Hello, welcome to my channel again, and I'm gonna do another energy oracle reading using the DVDs in this basket. And today these friends wanted to join me, so because I'm sort of feeling the ocean vibes today, and also my dragon is always wanting to be near me as well. But yeah, this is Athena. This is Sapphire. I didn't rename her. She came named already, but I did. My daughter helped me name. No, I named her. Yeah, I named Athena. But this one came already named on the card, but I kept the name because it suits her and she wanted to be called that. So anyway, they're helping me today. They just want to be here with me. So I don't know where they want to sit. Want to sit on my shoulder? Athena, let's hang out. Let's see. Do you want to sit right there? Sit on my shoulder? Okay. She'll stay there. Yeah, and then, I don't know, maybe if I just kind of hold them both together. Yeah, they love each other. Okay. Let's see. So, in here, I have not quite 30 DVDs because I did take out the 6 that I already used. I didn't put them back in that I used for the last couple times I did this. But what I'm going to do is, there's an assortment of DVDs in here, and I'm going to mix them up again. And I'm going to pull one out, and that's this. Instead of using oracle cards, I'm using these movies, these DVDs. I know this is a little ridiculous, but that's okay. They want to be here with me, so we're gonna let them. All right. Pull one out. Okay, Last Holiday. This might be one that is familiar to many of you. I don't know, but this is a great movie. Queen Latifah. Great movie. The energy in this is, oh my gosh, it's totally yeah, transforming your life. When you have it's almost like my last video when I did one of these oracle readings with the movies, but transforming your life. The message coming through is there's something. Okay, there's if you're experiencing or have experienced, or you're going to experience, some of you may not have experienced this yet, where you have a big impactful shift in your life where everything that you knew as your life completely changes, or you have a new perspective that completely transforms your life, and you step into your power because of that, because now you see yourself differently. And that's kind of what happened in this movie, where she Queen Latifah, in this movie, her character was very cautious, very Buy the book. Let's do everything. Let's not take risks. Let's just like do everything by the book and do everything that I was taught to do my whole life, and which that's not a bad thing, and that does serve in some way, but she was never able to really live her life. She did not give herself permission to really live her life until she was facing death, basically, where she felt she thought she was going to die. She thought she only had a short window of time to live the rest of her life, and so she just threw caution to the wind and she went for it. She dove in and like accepted that, okay, this is what's happening, and I'm going to live the rest of my life in the fashion that suits me, and I'm going to live out my dreams. I'm going to live out all the possibilities. She had a possibility book. She was a dreamer, but she never allowed herself to take action towards those dreams until she was faced with this time crunch, of I don't have much time left. Okay, and so I feel like I'm going through the same thing, or I have been going through the same thing, and you might be going through that as well, because I think collectively that is like where we're all headed, in that direction of waking up from not allowing ourselves to live fully in our authenticity, and not allowing ourselves to live in that dream not a dream state. What I'm trying to say is not allowing ourselves to step into our dream life. We haven't been allowing ourselves to do that. And like, what is it gonna take to get ourselves into that that frame of mind, that perspective, where we can actually take the risks, like be fully invested in ourselves, and in living the life that we've always wanted to live. I hope it doesn't take something like illness, or something really huge that shakes you up. I hope it doesn't do that for you, but I think often that is what is the catalyst for life transforming that we go through. It usually is something similar to that. Okay, let's pull another one. So go for it. Don't wait until things fall apart. Don't be afraid. Don't live in fear anymore. Get yourself out of that fear. It's okay to be in the unknown, because that is normal. That is, we're not supposed to know everything that's going to happen, right? We're supposed to live in the in faith, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. This one, Jodie Foster, Flight Plan. All right. This one's pretty heavy. This one has a lot of it's pretty serious, like there's a lot of fighting for your life kind of energy, where nobody believes her. Like she I don't know if I want to give away the movie. Like, maybe some of you haven't seen it. It's a really good movie. On the edge of your seat kind of movie. Lots of lots of misconceptions, misperceived ideas about what is actually going on on this flight, and she's using all her resources. Nobody believes her. She's trying to find her daughter that was sitting next to her when she got on the plane, and she actually designed the plane, and it's huge, but she can't find her daughter. Like, she falls asleep, and before this, they're flying home from where they were. They're flying home after tragedy in their family, where her husband has just died, and they're flying his body home, and so she's man. She is she's grieving, and her daughter is too. Her daughter's about 6, I think, about 6 years old, and anyway, they fall asleep in their seats on the plane before everyone else boards. They boarded first, and then when she wakes up, her daughter's not next to her. She doesn't know where she is, and so the whole movie she's trying to find her daughter, and hardly anybody believes that she has a daughter. They all think that she's crazy and blah blah blah. Anyway, so I'm sure she felt very gaslit, and even self-doubt creeping in, and but she knew at her core that she wasn't crazy, and that she had to keep fighting. She had to fight to find her daughter, because she knew her daughter was on that plane somewhere. And so there was, there were people conspiring, doing things, and there was a reason why her daughter was missing. But anyway, I'm not giving it away. I just want to say her conviction of what she knew was actually true, even though the world outside of her, everybody around her, said the opposite. She knew at her core, and then she fought with every ounce of her strength. She fought to find her daughter, and then ultimately at the end she does, and everybody who doubted her, everybody who thought she's crazy, because she's grieving and she's just been through this huge ordeal with losing her husband, and they just thought, yeah, she's, even the therapist on the plane, and even the captain, and there were things that she did that put others at risk, because she was so intent on finding her daughter, that it did not matter to her what it took to get that, and so at the end, the captain and everybody who doubted her, everybody, they had different perspective than they did when they were on the plane with her. She was now respected by all of them, because they realized that she was telling the truth the whole time, and that she was just fighting to make sure her daughter was safe. And that's kind of this kind of energy of fighting for truth, I feel that a lot. I feel that a lot. I feel like that. I think that's what's happening right now too with a lot of the world. I think that there is this internal battle for truth, and that there's a lot of people that are waking up and they're saying things that are unconventional and kind of sound like they're out there, and I include myself in this group of people, you know, saying things that a lot of people are like, you're crazy and I don't know what you're talking about. But in my core, and I know in other people in their core, they just know it's true, and they can't deny that. And so they fight for the truth, because the truth is there's so much deception happening right now. But I see that just like in this movie, Jodie Foster, her character, we're going to reveal the truth of everything. Those truths are going to be revealed, and then everybody who didn't believe us, didn't think that we were dealing with a full deck of cards, let's just say that, since we're talking about like oracle cards and stuff, but I'm using these instead of cards. People who thought we were crazy, people who thought we were, just disillusioned or whatever, they're going to find out that we were speaking the truth all along. And so I really I feel that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop here because I need to eat, and I need to, and this is kind of heavy, so I'm gonna put this down. But like both movies, like dealing with death and grief, I mean, in that first movie, Queen Latifah, she doesn't actually die, okay, and she does realize her dreams, and she proves to herself that she can live the life that she wants to live, and she doesn't have to put it off for later, and she doesn't have to play everything safe. And I think that's our ego. Our ego wants us to be safe. Our ego always wants us to do everything in a safe way. And I've lived that way most of my life. And I'm not a big risk taker for the most part. But I'm learning that is the jail that I've allowed myself to be put in. And I don't want to be in that anymore. And also, I want the truths revealed, the truths of all these things. I want them revealed. I don't want to live in illusion anymore. So, anyway, bye. Have a good day.